And so then who do I call? Rebecca.
Yeah,
all the way from Texas.
All the way from Texas. She calls me. She's like, we got a situation.
Yeah, and what did I say?
You're panicking. No.
I think that Russ is dead.
Yes, she tells me the whole story, and I'm just listening. She's like, he's supposed to pick me up. It's been 45 minutes. I'm real concerned. I called. His phone went to voicemail, is what you said.
Okay.
And I said, okay. And you said, I think he's in an accident. I'm like, wow. Okay. All right. Why would you think that? And you're like, because he left really early, and he's still not here, and I'm really concerned. I said, there could be lots of reasons why he's not there. Give him a minute. He might be on the phone. He owns a business.
Yep.
There might be a situation that he's handling. Just relax.
And
you're at the airport.
What did I say? Hey, it's me, Erin. Thanks for joining us on the More Love podcast. Do not tell Rebecca, but this podcast is about empathy. She likes people to think she's dead inside, but the truth is she's a big-time feeler who has truly helped me uncover that empathy is my superpower. Oh, here she comes.
Hey, bestie.
Hi, love.
What are you doing?
Oh, just getting ready to host a podcast.
A podcast? About what?
Our life as best friends who are more like sisters.
Ah, yay! I love us, and I can't wait to share our stories with the world.
Especially the ones that involve us pushing each other, right? To be our most authentic selves.
Oh, man. Okay.
Yeah, so Scott keeps playing the intro. So Scott told us people said people hate the intro. That's what I heard him say.
It's okay.
He basically said they hate the intro. They don't want anything to do with the intro. In fact, they start listening to the intro and they're all excited about your podcast. And then 3 seconds into the intro, they're like, screw this. We ain't doing this anymore.
Well, it's like
right,
commercials, Scott? Or it's like, when they do the beginning of a show. You're like, I don't need to see this every time.
Skip intro. It's on every Netflix show.
Right.
But anyway, you didn't want to get rid of the intro. So we decided that we were going to play a teaser before the intro, which is what we're doing now.
Is it working?
I don't know.
It didn't work for me when I listened to the podcast last week because I kept pushing the back 15 seconds, because I'm like, I missed the intro. I'm starting in the middle of the damn podcast. What is happening?
You can't ask a neurodivergent to give feedback on this stuff.
I'm like, damn it, what's going on? So then I go and I'm like, all right, well, I got to tell Scott that we started the podcast in the middle this time, but maybe he did that on purpose. So then it goes to this point where I say, you guys got to hear this. So, and then it goes do 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 boop boo do do, and I'm like, oh,
and you go, genius.
Oh, we put the intro, not intro. That's what we did. So then we get here today. Rebecca's like, oh, we still playing the intro? I thought we weren't playing the intro. And I said, yes. Scott said no one likes the intro. Screw your intro.
Fine.
Joe put it halfway into the middle of the frickin' podcast.
That I can.
Hi, Joe. Can you hear us?
You can't.
Oh.
Here.
Joe's great.
Now say it.
Hi, Joe.
Hi, Joe.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh, my goodness.
Guys, I'm in rare form.
I know.
Today
it's
okay.
It's Monday at 9 a.m.
Are we getting our period soon?
I already got mine. Mine's over.
Oh, so mine's coming in real quick. Because this is how I know that I'm not my best self. My self-talk, or like the talk, not my self-talk about myself, because that's pretty consistent.
Your internal narrator? Your brain narrator?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. My brain narrator says things that she does not usually say.
Like
For
what?
instance, today, I walked down the steps of the podcast, turned the corner, saw that bench sitting there, and my internal narrator said, what the fuck's that bench doing there?
Where? I didn't even notice a bench. What do you mean there's a new bench?
I brought that from home because we didn't have any room for it, so I put it in the hallway.
That's hilarious.
That was my inside narrator voice.
That's hilarious.
What the fuck's that bench doing there? That doesn't go there.
I can't.
And then I was like, whoa. It's easy there, girl. Easy there. But that shit happens all the time.
You don't like things out of place.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't.
I
got out of my car today.
Derailed.
I looked at the car next to me, parked like a jackwagon, and
Was it me?
like, no. And I was like, who parks like this? And then legit gets out of their car and thinks, okay, we'll just leave it like that.
Busy.
Like you're half in and out of the parking spot. You're at an angle.
Oh, wait, you go out and see where I'm
That's not
parked.
an angled spot.
Now listen.
Those people don't even look to see how they parked. They're
That's
like,
true. We just
"This
get
is
out and
good.
go.
I'm out of here.
Oh,
can't.
it's totally me. But I will say, I usually park where
Have
nobody
some
else is.
self-respect. Oh, well, fine.
Yeah.
Fair.
So like far away,
Yeah.
it's fine. Nobody, if people have an opinion about this, it's because
Then-
the whole thing is filled.
I get out of my car, open the door, shut the door, turn around, look at the car on the other side of me. There's just shit everywhere in this person's car. What do I think to myself? You fucking slob. Again, internal narrator.
Well,
She is not happy
Feisty.
right now. She is feisty. She is annoyed at everyone.
it's okay.
She
You know what?
doesn't like how people are running their lives. She has no remorse.
Do you remember when I called you? Was it Friday? At our 7 a.m. talks.
Okay.
And you're like, what are you doing? I said, I am asking Marianne to create us a television show. And we spent the next 30 minutes designing our animated logo of what we look like. And the renditions are hilarious. And part of the show was that we school people on how to live their lives better. We have what was the dinner? We have these parties that are called, I can't remember what they were called. Oh, it's in your thing. The party, we have these parties that we bring you over and then we tell you exactly how you should live your life.
Wait. Okay, ready, Scott? To zoom in on this? So she speaks to Marianne. You guys will remember that Marianne is our favorite employee, also known as ChatGPT. And Rebecca paid the extra $20 a month to get the vector files or whatever.
Sure
And
did.
So she basically asks it, create a TV show for us. And so the TV show is called Best Friends for Real. And then she goes into this whole thing about like what we do together. Basically, it's exactly what we want to do in life, which is to go to all these antique shops and to, oh my God, my favorite one was it said on this episode, the girls have $50 to spend on an entire room redesign. While at the thrift store, Rebecca can't let it go that she will not leave without this ceramic horse.
And Erin is trying to convince Rebecca to be practical and spend the money appropriately.
I just imagine you with this stupid ass ceramic horse.
And I'm convincing you on all the things
we could turn this
do.
into a lamp. This would be so great.
It's multifunctional. Oh my God.
So,
Really funny.
okay. So anyway, we tell it to please create a logo, was it? Or like
I don't remember.
whatever
It was,
the cover album, basically, of what our show is. So Rebecca inputs, to her credit, correct information about who we are as people.
Right.
And this is the first one that it produces.
oh, can you zoom in?
Yeah. Okay. Just so we're clear, I'm the one here in the purple.
Who's the one with the honkers?
That's Erin with the red hair
red
and
hair.
the big boobs.
Red
Not
hair.
what I said.
Absolutely gigantic. I said, what did you input for my weight in there? Because
Not even close.
Not okay.
Not even close.
So she's like, okay, all right, that's not it. Let me tell her to do something else. So she's like, Marianne, do whatever. Second version comes up. It's this one. Now Rebecca's dying.
Why are you anime characters?
I don't
She's
know.
like, oh my God, that one's it. Now, this is boho, whimsy, dream catcher, you know, pastel. Someone's reading some vibes in here.
Yeah, we are
the
in Costa
thinnest-
Rica.
We look like Barbie dolls.
Yeah,
we
with
have
the
the
best
thinnest neck,
tits.
right?
Best tits.
So I'm like, that ain't it.
You still have brown hair, even
Oh,
though
yeah.
I'm very clear.
Yeah.
Two
Yeah.
blondes.
Yeah.
Two blondes. One short, one has big boobs. Is
Yeah.
exactly what
Yeah.
I said.
Right.
But
Right.
big boobs apparently means
big
fat.
boobs also means 400 pounds with red hair. Massive honkers. So then I was like, no. Input this. This is what I'm gonna say. So I put in a whole bunch of words
Adjectives,
and
like-
you type it in and
Right.
whatever.
And this
then
is what comes up.
This is what comes up.
Oh, it's black.
This is who we are
Yep.
here.
Yep.
Okay. I
That's-
now have black hair
What?
with blonde highlights. I look like I'm on an episode of Elvira.
With black lipstick. What?
Rebecca, still looking good though. All set for Rebecca. She's all set here.
I'm verbatim putting in what she says.
And then finally we're like, you know what? Blend the two,
right,
Marianne.
Right.
Bring us both.
And
show us.
This is what we end up with.
And then this is the final version. Still not it. Still got black hair. I am skunking it out.
Not sure why.
Rebecca looks like Rachel from Friends. And then here's what it says. Here's what it says on the thing. Low lights, like the second, but not different to unribbed. That's what it says randomly in the background of this.
Why are there two L's in real?
That's a
For
great
real.
question. Right,
Like,
yeah,
super real.
I don't know. I mean, maybe we need to up our prices for the $20. Maybe isn't working.
Right. Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
I don't know.
That's not it.
But this is the typical conversation in the morning for us.
And because my internal narrator is not at her best place, this is what happens when Rebecca's talking to me.
Yes.
She's like, oh my God, it's no joke. It's 7:05 in the morning, right? And she's like, oh my God. So I've been up all morning and I was doing this and I created this for Sawyer and this. And so I thought, I got to create that for me and Erin. And my internal narrator says, she has so many things to do. Why the hell is she spending any amount of time
I know.
on creating a fake TV show with our logos?
Because
right?
it makes me happy.
Girls just want to have fun.
That's
makes
my
me happy.
internal narrator.
It makes me
right?
happy.
But then as we continue to go along, my internal narrator gets a little bit more on board. And then
this is how I drag you into everything.
And then I just have to be able to intellectualize it. So then like I'm saying, my internal narrator is saying things like, fun is a part of life. It's okay to take a break sometimes. I got so much shit to do and you have so much shit to do and I'm so anxious for both of us. And I'm like, what a great bonding moment.
Yeah, but the best part
content.
is I'm looking homeless in the same clothes from 3 days doing this. Mm-hmm. You are in the shower as we're doing
in
this.
the shower, literally.
Because you have to go through your routine.
Yeah.
And I know I have to be somewhere in 15 minutes, but I got to get this out.
That's it.
I got to get this TV show out of my head.
Yeah. Yeah. And here, I'm just talking myself through it to make sure that I can make the mental space to be in the same journey with you. Yeah. Where's classics?
It's just, you never know.
You like this eject button over here?
I know.
This
I know.
one's like,
it's called
I don't like what you said.
It's called Kapool.
Eject.
That's funny.
This is big. This is a real big deal here, Scott. This is like,
Can you hear me?
no, I can't. You muted.
It's the mute.
Oh, Scott hates that. Scott is so mad I just did that. He hates it. He's so mad. He's so mad. Oh, the mute button works.
Nope.
No, you don't. You like it?
I'm not.
You feel good about it?
Of course.
Yeah, right.
The more toys that make this podcast studio better than any other studio.
I sent you a picture of what I bought.
The tarot card.
Oh my God.
reader.
Let's show
Where
that.
was that?
That was Home Goods.
I was going to say, sure shit was not at Hobby Lobby.
No,
They
that
don't
was Home
believe in
Goods.
that.
It was a full-on tarot, like, little kid Sawyer found
Yeah.
it. And she goes, Mom, you need this. I'm like, you're right. I'm going to send that to Erin and Scott. Tell them I bought this.
I bought this, and then we all immediately knew you didn't because you don't have any money.
It's true. It's true.
Scott and I are both like,
I'm going to
nah.
recreate it with my Amazon boxes.
Yeah. Right. And your Cricut that you already gave up on.
I know. That lasted 30 seconds.
All right. So this is somewhat related to what I thought maybe we could talk about today after we do some hippie voo.
Okay.
So got this internal narrator, right? She comes out sometimes. She's definitely a version of myself that is much less empathic, much more critical, much more judgmental. Mm-hmm. And then related to that, I went to the Mr. Gay America Pageant in Texas last week. Mm-hmm. And I was there.
What?
Mr. Gay America.
Yeah, I was the contestant. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. I wasn't.
Come on, Erin,
God.
whip it out. It's time.
Boom.
It's time.
It's funny.
So
She's an expert talker.
were you like a judge or like?
I sure as shit was, just not officially. Okay, I just want to be
you're
real
always a
clear.
judge.
I just want to be real clear. But that's what I want to talk about today. So I'm at Mr. Gay America. I'm with Darnell, Darnell's boyfriend Russ.
Wait, before we go there, can we talk about what happened when you got to the airport?
Oh
I just
my
need a little context before you continue.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Why?
Oh,
Why
because
are
they're
you
very
at this thing?
Darnell, very good friend Darnell.
Contestant number one, Darnell Pierce.
Okay.
He's a
Contestant number
contestant.
one,
Yeah.
'Cause
Darnell.
I'm like, how random is that?
Yeah,
His name was not Darnell. It was Laquan de La Page.
Oh, that's a stage name?
Yeah.
Okay.
Laquan.
Laquan.
That which is, I believe, his middle name.
Is that really?
Yeah.
Laquan.
Laquan. We call him
De La
Quan. De La Page.
De La Page. Where's that from?
We just made that up.
Oh, okay.
I say we. I wasn't a part of it, but
Okay.
that's fine. Yeah.
Guarantee you he had custom underwear made with that name around the band.
It's what do you call it with the butt hangs out?
Oh, yeah, the
jockstrap.
The jockstrap.
Damn
The
jockstrap.
That's his company.
This damn jockstrap.
Laquan de La
How many
Page.
pictures did I send you where
Oh, my
literally
God,
he's
in
there
his underwear.
a Speedo and
Yep.
his
I have more
boyfriend's
pictures. I
trying
have
to
more
do whatever.
pictures of your tits and Darnell and his
know.
jockstrap in my camera reel.
I know that's going to be worth a lot of money someday. It's worth a lot of.
Find your phone. If you can't find your phone one time, then
I know. You know what? You know what? It's really good when
I
a
know who
time
has
hop
it.
shows up.
Yeah, maybe you could hook it up to you know how you have it hooked up on your computer or like on your TV at home, and it's like just show my best pictures, you know, and all of a sudden there's my tits on the screen
Boom.
during dinner.
Yeah, because I never think to delete that shit.
Yeah,
It just stays
right.
there.
Yeah.
I know. Hilarious.
Well, because you want to go back and look at it.
That's right. That's right. It's in my spank bank. I'm pretty sure your husband taught me what that was.
He probably showed you like how you create the secret folder.
He totally did. He mentioned that one day. I'm like, what the fuck is a spank bank? And he's like, yeah. I'm pretty sure that's where I learned that.
Oh my God.
Okay, so back
so what happened at the airport?
You get off the airplane.
I cannot. No, this is at the airport about to get on the second flight from New York City to Detroit.
Wait, what? You're going all the way back there? I'm talking about Russ.
What part?
Russ.
Oh,
We don't
that
even-
part too. No, remember that I told you about what happened at the airport.
Yeah. With the boy and the girl. Yeah.
No one cares about that.
Well, that's not as fun as the second part.
It was funny because
It is funny.
the woman across was like, water. Can't. Whatever. We'll save that one for a different day. The suspense. Everyone wants to know.
Just know that no matter what, every moment of our lives is commentary.
Because again, it's like
I know.
super early in the morning because my flight was at 5:30, and then I'm like, there I am talking to Rebecca at 7 a.m. and I'm like, you're never gonna believe what just happened across from me right now. This is not okay.
Yep, right.
And then the guy got yanked off the plane by security.
Right.
I
know.
can't. Whatever.
It was
whatever. So
Yeah.
anyway, I get off the plane and I fully expect that I'm going to be taking an Uber. And Darnell says to me, yes, you don't need to worry about that. Russ is going to come and pick you up at the airport.
This
and
is
I
through
said,
texting.
that's so sweet. How nice. I really appreciate that. So I'm waiting. I text him, no answer. I text the group chat, no answer. I call, goes right to the person you're trying to reach's phone is not connected.
It's like the Verizon.
Sorry about your luck. You know, like
yeah, like the
kind of
Verizon recording.
Yeah. And so then who do I call? Rebecca.
Yeah,
all the way from Texas.
All the way from Texas. She calls me. She's like, we got a situation.
Yeah. And what did I say?
You're panicking.
I
No.
think that Russ is dead.
Yes, she tells me the whole story, and I'm just listening. She's like, he's supposed to pick me up. It's been 45 minutes. I'm real concerned. I called. His phone went to voicemail, is what you said.
Okay.
And I said, okay. And you said, I think he's in an accident. I'm like, wow. Okay. All right. Why would you think that? And you're like, because he left really early and he's still not here, and I'm really concerned. I said, there could be lots of reasons why he's not there. Give him a minute. He might be on the phone. He owns a business.
Yep.
There might be a situation that he's handling. Just relax.
And what
you're
did I
at
say?
the airport.
What did I say? Nope.
Yeah, right.
He's been in a massive car accident,
Right.
and I need to call around to the local hospitals.
Yes, because you have decided that he has nobody in his phone as
Right.
an emergency contact.
That's
and I'm
right.
like, okay,
That's
all
right.
right.
And no one knows he's
Right.
dating Darnell in
Right.
Texas.
Right. So I
Right.
said, stop, give me his phone number. So you give me his cell phone and his business number.
Yeah.
I then call and I get the Verizon.
Yeah.
And I call you and I say, listen, that was the Verizon number. I think something's going on with his phone and that's why he's not calling you. And you're like,
Nope.
Nope,
He's dead.
So right. So I say,
dead.
did you call Darnell? You're like, yes, he's going to the hotel room to see if he's there. I said, okay.
And also remember I said to you, I did this. And
What?
you said, what do you mean? And I said, I had a premonition.
Oh, yes.
Right before I got on the plane.
Yes.
That I needed to text Darnell and say, if the plane goes down, you still compete tonight.
Right.
And you compete your heart out.
That's right.
You do not.
That's right.
Not do it because you're all sad that Erin died in a plane crash. You need to think to yourself, I got to do this for Erin.
That's right.
And I would hope everyone would feel that way. If anyone just canceled their competition plans that they've been working just because I lost my life in an airplane, I'd be pissed. Pissed. So I said, I did this. It wasn't me who died.
Right.
It's his boyfriend.
Right. Right.
And we still need to
the show
perform
must go on.
tonight. We still need to perform. And I hope that Russ would feel the same way,
Right.
but that's what we need to do.
But he's so distraught that he can't get to you at the airport. So what do I say? I go into my
problem-solving
superpower
mode.
is problem solving.
Yeah, crisis avert, planning solving.
So I say to her, all right, here's what we're going to do. You're like, what? And I said, does he have a rental car? And you say, yes. I say, you need to text Darnell and find out what the rental car company is because we're going to find out if there's trackers on this rental car.
Yep. If they have a tracker. Yep.
I said, because he has an iPhone, but Darnell doesn't. So he doesn't know his Find My iPhone app. I go, next thing we're going to do is we're going to hack into his phone and figure out his Apple ID.
Because we got to have him share his location with us. Do we have Life 360 on the phone? I'm like, I don't know what that even means.
At 0 points did I think to say to you, maybe Verizon has an outage somewhere. 0
To be fair, you were a lot closer to reality than I was anyway.
True.
So I'll give you that.
True. Was I Googling things? I was Googling like how to hack into someone's phone. Not, is there a Verizon outage?
Right.
Turns out there's a massive Verizon outage.
In Chicago, which is where he lives. Massive out. It affects every single human being.
Right.
Darnell goes up to the room. Russ is just laying there.
Right.
Darnell's like, what are you doing? I thought you were going to the airport. And he's like, oh, no, my phone has absolutely no service. I couldn't get in touch with Erin because my phone isn't, whatever. I have no clue what flight she's coming in on, whatever. Then I find out later it happened when he was driving.
Stop it.
To the airport.
So he had no GPS either?
He had no GPS and he still made it back. So I'm like, Russ, that is ridiculously incredible.
Yeah.
That you made it back? I would have had to stop at someone's house and be like, print out some MapQuest directions for me.
Or get
I
a
can't
trick tip from AA.
Yeah. Or I have to, what I would do, I would call Uber and I would say,
can you guide
you're
me?
my pace car. You bring me back to the hotel. I'll be driving behind you.
You can't because you have no phone.
Right. I find somebody at the airport.
Oh, okay.
Hello, ma'am. Could you please call me an Uber? I'm going to be following behind it in my own car. That's what I would do.
I know.
Anyway.
But needless to say, if you are ever in a jam, you call us.
That's
we figure that shit out.
That's right. I immediately went to Russ is dead.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
And he's not dead.
No.
Guys, he's not dead. He's not dead. So anyway, I went to the Mr. Gay America pageant and I basically said to Darnell, I'm going to judge all of the entire event. I need to know what the criteria are. So he shows me the criteria. I then promptly make a statement that all of this criteria is subjective, not objective, and that does not feel like a good use of anyone's time.
But I think that's the point. I don't think you can, it's a talent and beauty competition. Isn't that subjective anyway by nature?
Well, most of it will be.
Okay.
But when I say subjective, I guess I also mean subjective and vague.
Oh,
so
is their outfit good? Question mark.
Yes.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
Nice outfit.
Not
like did the outfit
tailored? Does it fit their body shape? Oh, okay.
Did the outfit
accentuate their features,
or was it related to their talent
song or whatever?
Right.
Yeah.
So like it was the outfit that they were wearing related to. So if you're all of a sudden you're doing some, I don't know, tightrope, and you're there in a 4-piece suit, that ain't it, right?
Okay.
So Yeah. So that it was very, very subjective. So I already had a problem with that. But I then decided, I said to Darnell.
Once again, fixing people's lives. We'll tell you how to be.
I know.
You got a question. We'll tell you how it's the way to need to be.
This is the theme of this show. And this is related to what Scott just said about telling people how to live their lives. So I get there and I say, I'm going to be watching the show based on the judging criteria. Little things like Darnell said, when you're wearing your swimsuit, it needs to have no crinkles in it. Even when you turn your body, that thing can't crinkle. It sure as shit can't go in your butt crack. Okay? He has me primed to make sure.
These are all men?
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Gay America.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Yes.
Okay. Well, I mean,
one was a trans man.
Darnell owns a company.
Miss. That's Miss Gay Finger Lakes.
Miss Gay Finger. Okay, so that's drag queens specifically.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Right. Yes.
Okay, so I need clarification.
Yes, very nice clarification there.
Okay.
Yes. Those are drag queens.
These are not. Mr. Gay America is not kings.
These are misters.
These are just men
who are competing. These are men who are
beauty
gay.
contest.
Men who are gay in Speedos.
Oh.
Which little sidetrack here. You want to know the best place to be for a straight woman? A Mr. Gay America pageant.
Oh, why?
Because they're all very physically fit. They all are wearing very scant clothing, and none of them want anything to do with you.
Okay.
It's great.
I'll keep that in mind.
It's absolutely great.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's where I'm going to go to hang out.
Right. Absolutely.
Do I think there's a possibility you went up to the owner of this pageant and said we would be the MCs / judgers?
I mean, maybe.
Yeah. There's I'm pretty sure you probably
90%
Marianne probably created a virtual business card.
Yeah.
And you shot that thing over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just checking.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I said to Darnell, I will be judging this from the audience.
Okay.
And I will be reporting back to you about who is in the lead.
Okay.
Now, I have my text messages open. So I'd like to show you this. I have my text messages open, and I basically am writing down everyone's name and what score I gave them. And, okay, here it is. Yep. Okay, here we go. So, and oh boy, sorry you can't really see that super well, but you'll just see these blocks of text, right? So it says talent, colon. And then it says Darnell, Jack, Jared, Christopher, Tony, CJ Rios. Like I have them all listed with my numbers after them.
It's scale of 1 to 10 or 1 to 5?
Yes, 1 to 10.
Okay.
Next one, swim. Then I did total so far. Then I did top 5 so far with the added totals. And then I wrote parentheses according to Erin, just because I wanted to hedge my bets a little bit, just because I was like, I hope he's not, getting too excited about these, but I really feel like I've nailed it. Then I got formal, right? So I write all these out, and it gets to the point where they have to name the top 5.
Okay. Well, how many are there?
10.
Oh, 10.
Because only the top 5 answer the question.
Oh, okay.
So I go in to do the top 5, and I get 4 out of 5 correct.
Okay. Definitely qualified to be a judge.
Thank you. The one I do not get correct is Darnell. Sorry, Laquan.
Oh, Laquan.
Laquan de LaPage. Who gets replaced by this other gentleman who did not rate. Just so we're clear.
So he's the brother? He's the brother to one of the judges?
I have no idea. But when I say that my critique was spot on about this man, very nice. I'm sure he's a very nice person. But we're talking swimsuit didn't fit, yanked it out of his butt crack. His whole talent was him walking in a triangle on stage while modeling pictures of himself came up in the background. It was not it. Okay? Laquan didn't even place in the top 5. Now, he is beyond, right? And I'm thinking
and his professionalism is 100%, 120%.
It was spot on.
He is incredibly put together. He is
pristine,
meticulous,
pristine.
Yeah, like
there is when I'm saying that Speedo fit like it was a second layer of skin on his body.
Yeah.
That is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
We're talking matching sunglasses to the bathing suit.
Right.
I mean, to
Meticulous.
the T,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So what's fascinating about all of this is that Russ, Darnell's boyfriend, made a comment at one point about me being critical and opinionated.
Oh.
But it was like an offhanded funny comment. Like he was like, "Oh," I said, "Russ, I think you're doing a really excellent job driving." And I said, "What I mean when I say excellent is how how safe I feel when I'm in the car with you and how much I appreciate your awareness of what's happening around you. Let me give you an example. One time you did not pull directly up to the train thing that was coming down. You held back while everyone else zoomed around you. Why did you do that? Because you wanted to make sure that if that train was going to be a long time, you were going to be able to take a side street to get out of there. I noticed these things." And he said, "Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I take great pride in that." And I said, "And it means a lot coming from me." He said, "Yes, because you're highly critical and have opinions on everything."
I mean,
And in that
not
moment,
wrong.
I thought to myself, and then Scott just said it, can that coexist with empathy? Can being highly critical and opinionated, because there is no doubt in my mind that at this Mr. Gay Finger Lakes, I was incredibly discerning. Maybe the word discerning is different than critical. And for someone who's literal, maybe these things matter. I am incredibly discerning. I can tell you without question if that's on point, if it's off point, and it's according to, I guess it would be standards according to Erin, but I feel like Erin's standards are relatively inclusive of multiple perspectives.
Yeah, but that's the point of that experience was to be judgmental.
Right.
I don't think you would have been highly critical and opinionated if it was just a bunch of people in a room.
Okay, let's use an example of your child's dance recital. Highly critical and opinionated when they did the Father's Dance.
Yeah, but I'm highly opinionated and critical all the time.
I know.
So that's...
But don't you not expect that from someone like me?
Well,
So
I know you.
Can highly critical, discerning, and opinionated be held at the same place as empathy?
Well, yeah, because...
It's connected.
How?
Well, take the dad's dance for an example. Your empathy is, I really appreciate that you went out on a limb and wanted to do this for your kid. However, maybe pick something else because this was not good.
Yep.
That's totally fine, in my opinion.
Okay. And what about you, Scott? You think they're related?
Well, it could be just the autism part.
I mean,
Could be the neurodivergent part because you can't not do those things. But you have an opinion of how things should be.
Yeah, always.
And that includes anything having to do with empathy.
True.
So it's kind of, you can't avoid it. You have to take all of it together.
But what I think is interesting is if I was highly critical, discerning, and opinionated on things, to just be highly opinionated, critical, and discerning, that feels different to me than the reason that I'm having an opinion on whatever it is because I so greatly want you to either be the best version of yourself,
Right.
or I don't want you to make a fool out of yourself.
ding, 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 ding.
Or-
That's why I am opinionated because I'm like, ooh.
You don't feel the same way?
No, I do. I'm like, I have so much empathy for you that I don't want you to be embarrassed.
Yep.
I don't want you to come across as not the best version of yourself. Don't make that choice. But I can't, I'm not comfortable communicating that. So I'm rather just like, that ain't it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
But it's coming from a place of care and concern. The use of performance evaluations is the same. You hear me say all the time, I am going to be critical and opinionated and have an incredibly strong thought on what you're doing, how you're doing it, and how you can be better, because I think that's the kindest thing I possibly could be. I can't be over here pretending and letting you act a fool, or let you think that whatever work you're pulling is a 10.0 when it's a 6.0, because someone who's less kind in the future is going to bring that up to you or going to fire you. And I feel an innate sense of responsibility to bring that up. The example of Russ with the driving situation, in my mind, I wasn't thinking of that as being critical or like opinionated. I was thinking of that as, I see you. In the smallest little driving capacity, I see you. Right? But I don't think that that's how people typically view opinions, thoughts, criticisms, whatever. And to be fair, I don't always think that people are coming from the same place. So I don't know if this is an Erin thing, if this is a neurodivergent thing, if this is whatever, but I have been watching all of the reels that you send me on Instagram.
I know.
From the neurodivergent.
Because I can't help myself.
Which I absolutely love. And there is a very common theme there that we are not doing these things out of trying to be an asshole or at all. What we also get is you think you're better than everyone else. You think that your way is the right way. And we may come across like that because when we do say things, it's often with conviction because we've given so much thought to it before it comes out of our mouth, right? That sense of confidence can often be misrepresented as arrogance. And can also be seen as the opposite of empathy. And I think that's at least very confusing to me because I think it's the kindest thing I can do for you is to share it.
The only thing I can think of right off the bat is, the golden rule. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. So we're taught at a very young age to not criticize and to definitely not say it. So I think that, again, context, right? Like when you're telling little children these kinds of things, it's very confusing. It's very confusing because you teach this fundamental concept and then that's your baseline. So it's like, well, I can't be critical of that because in theory, it's fine. It's just not fine for me, or it's not fine in this context, but it is fine. But I'm not going to say anything because.
Now, I have gotten better about not providing unsolicited advice if people aren't ready to hear that. So I am trying very hard to do a better job of saying, what is it that you would need from me in this moment? Are you interested in, do you want a hug? Do you want me to just listen? Do you want, because I think my natural go-to is to go to, I'm going to fix this for you and I'm going to let you know when I have the answer for you and here's the answer and I've served it up on a silver platter. But that has often led to me being incredibly disappointed and angry and sad, and because now you're still suffering even though I served this up on a silver platter for you. And then I'm over here just left confused, holding it because I'm like, I gave you the answer.
Told you what to do. And so 9 times out of 10, the people don't want the answer. Because deep down they know the answer, but they don't want it. They want sympathy. They want commiserate. They want validation. They
or
want,
even if
and
they
that's
don't
hard.
Know. Yes,
that's hard for me and you, which is why I don't have a lot of close friends.
So you just don't engage.
No.
You don't engage, and then I have to constantly be asking how you want me to engage because I cannot sit in a space where you are struggling.
I know.
And then I step in to try and be helpful to you, and then you continue to do the same thing over and over again, and now want to keep coming back for what?
Commisery, validation,
right? And
all the
I
things
call that a helpless complainer.
Yeah,
especially
when you
term.
Don't feel that way.
Right.
That's hard. That's really hard.
Or maybe you're not as far along in your journey or whatever. But my point of all of this being, I think it's so interesting when we think of, I remember with the Mystic Autistic that we had on, and I'm like, how can you be autistic and also mythical. Those two things don't make sense to me in the same place, right? Because the mythical part is, in my mind, absence of some logic and is letting the universe play its role. And autism, the autism to me that she was talking about is much more rule bound and truth seeking and specific, right? And she was saying, no, those two things aren't opposite for me. And this is what I started to think in this episode was, can empathy and judgment or criticism or opinions exist in exactly the same space?
Sure.
And I have a very hard time reconciling those two things.
Well, because in your mind, you've put them on the opposite end of the spectrum.
Right. And because often I get negative feedback if I am being judgmental or opinionated, which is, I'm going to tell you, my go-to state. Not to be, I guess you would call it judgmental. It's to be clear and discerning.
Are you on the, I almost said DSM. It's not it.
Yeah, probably. In a couple different ways, yeah.
On the Myers-Briggs, what is that called?
Like what? What are my letters?
Are you a J?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a J too. Yeah, a judger.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's not in a negative way.
No.
Yeah. It's just...
It's judging or perceiving. J or P.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Which, again, I would... And maybe that's why, in your head, you've made it clear that they're two different things. Because how can you be judging and perceiving? Because according to that particular test, you can't. You're one or the other.
Or it is on a spectrum, right? So you might be pretty close to the middle.
Right.
But the far J and the far P are very, very different human beings. My sister-in-law, art therapist, is a P. I am a J, right? If you just think about Shannon and I and how we process things and engage with the world, it is so drastically different. Not that one is right or one is wrong.
No.
They're just drastically different. So how could you be in both of those places? So let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
Let us know on the Facebook page. Let us know somewhere in the ethos, share our videos, like and subscribe, whatever. Can empathy and judgment, discernment, critical opinions exist in the same place? All right, read us our Hippie Voodoo, take us out, and then I'll read us the affirmation card.
Okay, so today we are doing the High Priestess, which is intuition. I think we've had this before. The High Priestess indicates it's time for learning, so she can represent a teacher or a spiritual guide. If you are reading for another person, it can show that they are ready to open up spiritually or to find an educational course. An additional meaning is needing to spend more time alone and connect with your inner self. There may be a secret around you or a new situation that is yet to unfold. Someone may take you into their confidence. So some of the advice. Keep your thoughts and feelings to yourself just now and respect other secrets as well as your own. Take time to concentrate on your spiritual interests and listen to your intuition. The right teacher will appear when you are ready for the lesson. Right?
I'm not ready for the lesson. And mine says, I know that I can manifest all that my heart desires. I am ready to receive.
Interesting. All right.
Way to end on a high note, ladies.
That's right. I loved that.
Me too. Isn't empathy amazing?
Well, we're amazing. I don't know about all this empathy stuff.
That's fine. I accept you wherever you are.
Oh, God.
I love you.
I love you too.
And if you love us, please like and subscribe to More Love, the Power of Empathy podcast, wherever you get your podcasts.
See you next time.